Hi, I am Dr. Jenny Hall, and I will be the professor this semester for your Community Health Administration class for the MPH program. In this short video, I'm going to go over the syllabus and some things for you so that you can be best prepared for this class and know a little bit about what to expect. So I'm just going to go pull up the syllabus here for you. You can reach out by phone if you have questions. Of course, email. I'm pretty quick to respond generally. And you can also sign up for virtual office hours. There's a link here, and they may change throughout the semester, but you can go ahead and just go and click on here and sign up, and we can meet virtually. And there's a link that when you go to sign up, you will meet me at that link at that time. If there's anything in particular you want me to know or to prepare for a meeting, it's great if you just send me a quick email to let me know what to expect. And if those times don't work for you on that schedule, then go ahead and email me and we'll make an appointment. So the course is about the structure and functions of the American health system, particularly the public health practices, but we spend a lot of time looking at leadership and management styles, and then also looking at your own styles of maybe communication, conflict management, problem solving. So we pull apart some of the important skills that managers need to have and leaders need to have, and then look at how you work particularly in these areas. So there'll be some different self-assessments in this semester, and a personal branding project, which you're going to kind of brand yourself and figure out your strengths and weaknesses as a future public health leader and or manager. So the required textbooks are the Essentials of Management and Leadership in Public Health, and then the Winning Grants Step by Step, the 5th edition. However, there are earlier editions that are absolutely acceptable. The content hasn't changed drastically. They're much cheaper, so if you want to use those, feel free to do that. You can purchase them through the university here, and then I will also have additional readings posted on Moodle for you that will be free, of course. So I'm not going to go through all the objectives here. You can read these on your own, but I would encourage you to go through and look at them. I do have objectives. These are linked into each week, so you will see them at the top of each week on Moodle, so you can know what to expect for that week in the class. So the schedule and what that looks like. So I also have a separate calendar on Moodle that just is this schedule. So if there's any changes, I will make them on this schedule and on Moodle, and I will also email them to you to let you know. So what you have here is the date, the topic that's covered, readings that are assigned, and then the assignments that will be due. So all assignments, quizzes, grant worksheets are due by 11:59 p.m. That's Eastern time. I know there's a couple of people that are more on the western side of the U.S., so that's fine if it's 2 a.m. for you if you're 2 hours earlier. So I guess I'm retract. It's not Eastern time. Sorry. So I am flexible with where it's midnight in your time zone. Okay. Sorry about that. So that is what you can expect. So unless it's stated otherwise, work to have them in by midnight your time for that week. We do have a university declared wellness day in March, so there's no class or assignments due that week. And then the following week, there's a live session on cultural competence in healthcare with Dr. Pat Aronson, specifically to the LGBTQ plus community from 5 to 7. I really encourage you to be able to participate. I understand if you can't, but I wanted to communicate this early. I will give points for participating for that. So it's going to be an interdisciplinary event with students from the Doctor of Physical Therapy, the Physician Assistant Program, the Masters of Athletic Training, Masters of Counseling. So you will actually, I think there's breakout rooms. It'll be a little interactive at times as well. So I encourage you to do that. And one other thing, personal branding, I'm going to add a link in here. We are going to have a live guest speaker, so you can attend that session live for for that as well. It's the CEO from Johnson Health Center here. It's a federally qualified healthcare center. So which is really important, that personal branding, because that is one of your projects for the semester. So for the main projects that you have are here and how you will be evaluated. So there's some different assignments and participation in those or discussions. That's going to be 30% of your overall grade. Your grant proposals 30%. Quizzes are 20%, personal branding project 10%, and then there's a final comprehensive essay for 10%. So the assignments, these are the main ones. There may be a couple small ones in there related to some of the self-reflection. They'd be kind of like these journal entries or reflections or those self-assessments that I mentioned earlier. These types of things are really going to help you in developing your personal brand project. And so try to have these particularly linked to that. So for example, conflict management, you'll be doing kind of a self-assessment of how you normally manage conflicts. And so you can see your strengths or weaknesses, similar to communication. So this is, there will be use of Flipgrid, Moodle. Those are going to probably be the two main ones for any online discussions. So the Flipgrid, it'll be a video response, and Moodle, of course, written response. And so these are how those responses will be graded for your participation. Then there are weekly quizzes over the required readings. They're generally 15 to 20 questions. Week 1 is just 10 questions to kind of get you your feet wet, plus it's a shorter chapter, smaller readings for that. I do not reopen them after the closing time, so really try to get them in. If there is an issue, do email me and we can look at it. But in general, I do not reopen them, so make sure you get them in before the 11:59 or midnight time. The personal branding project. So this is, I'm going to go over this in a separate video later in the semester, and you don't want to start it too early because you need those reflections and activities through the semester to really do a good job on that. So it'll really be introduced in that March, I think it was March 3rd date, when we have that guest speaker come in, and you'll have a values exercise to help with creating your core values and things like that. So, and then the grant proposal, which is the big project for the semester. In public health and community organizations, funding is a huge issue, and it's really important that you are able to write a grant proposal. You may not, maybe you don't end up writing one in the future, but you may end up working for one and reporting on it. So it's a very important skill to have in public health. So we will spend time throughout the semester on this. There's 10 grant worksheets that will accompany that, and you'll get feedback on those throughout, and you'll submit the grant proposal. So there will be a lot of resources, and I will do again another separate video on developing your grant proposal, and have some videos throughout the semester on the different worksheets that you'll be working on. And then that final essay for 10%. It will also involve you looking at the feedback on your grant proposal, as well as synthesizing information from the semester into one final essay. So grading, we are on the 10-point scale, so you can see how grades are given here for that. I also have some qualitative standards that I look at as well. So I do have a policy of better late than not at all, and something is better than nothing, especially with this pandemic and things that are going on and people juggling a lot of things. So please, work to stay up. I know sometimes we can get behind. So just communicate with me, and I am here to work with you. But the deadlines are really there to kind of keep you moving forward, and so it doesn't get too overwhelming for you. I am going to also try to have some opportunities for you to be able to work ahead for those that may want to kind of be moving a little bit quicker. So my goal is to get things posted up several weeks out, so for those that want to maybe work ahead. Honor code is in effect, so please no cheating. There are no exams in this course, but there are the quizzes. Please no cheating. If there is any suspicion of it, it can require expulsion or suspension. Watch for that plagiarism. There, I've seen some in the grad program, some last semester, and so my eyes are on it. Just please don't do it. Err on the side of oversighting when needed. There's not a lot of citing in the writing that you have this semester, but when there is, you need to definitely cite it and go for that APA formatting. I am committed to diversity, inclusion, and respect for others. This is also for our online environment. So, be respectful in all communications that you're doing in our discussion boards or interactions with students. And, I challenge you to do this in your own lives and when you're out and about, in the community as a future public health leader and manager. Don't just sit by and let things happen. Stand up for when you don't see things as possible. And we'll talk about this a little bit more later in the semester when we talk about managing diversity and in the workplace and in the public health workplace. There is a spot here if you need to report any bias and a hotline that you can do as well. We have mandatory reporting. So if you do want to talk to me, we can direct you to resources here on campus, but then we also have mandatory reporting. If you need any type of accommodations, for example, maybe an extended time frame on your quizzes, you need to go through the Accommodations and Center for Accessibility and Disability Resources, and their contact information is here, and I'm happy to work with you. There is the student information survey online, and you can let me know in there as well any accommodations that you might have. So I did mention the, better late than never. Something is better than nothing on this, but really look at getting your assignments in by the due date and time. If they're not in, I will go in and it will be a 0. And until they are in and I'm able to grade them, that I can go back in. You will expect partial credit for those late assignments as well. I'll post different resources throughout the semester. There's APA formatting here. I also have it on Moodle, convenient for you there. The library does research appointments. They're really great for this class or other classes to get in with them, and they will help you find some really good resources or help you with RefWorks if you're interested in learning more about that. See, I'm missing an L. And then we also have the Writing Center, and they do online appointments. So if you want to have them help with your APA references, for example, or proofreading, revising, they're really good. The more specific you can go and then provide the assignment guidelines, the better they're able to help you with that. So they do have the online, and this is how you will make those appointments here. So that is the syllabus in a nutshell. And so this is my view here, but I will be releasing it here. And then there's also that course calendar that you'll be able to quickly access for what to expect. The other thing here is just for what to do for getting started is to just go on and do Flipgrid, familiarize yourself with it. It's pretty quick and easy. You just go on to record a response, and I've already got mine up here. We'll see if anyone else has done anything yet, but so it's limited to 2 minutes. You'll record your response here and post. You have an opportunity to edit it, but we'll use this Flipgrid a couple times this semester. So it's free. It doesn't require, you can log in with your Google, so it's pretty friendly in that sense. And then please also fill out this short student information survey. This is just going to help me understand what you're juggling at the same time as this class. So I can just, know if, you've got a lot going on, then it helps me better understand what's going on and for you. So that is how to get started. Make sure you get your textbooks in. I will be releasing the first week's assignments at least a week before, and so you can get started on those as well. and I'll also post the first readings. Sometimes the textbook, people don't get it ordered right away or start the class a little bit late. So I'll have the first couple chapters available on Moodle for those that are waiting for the textbook. So if you have questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm looking forward to a good semester with this. It is the first time I've taught this class online, so I will do some evaluation throughout and just ask some questions so that I can see about improving or making changes before we get through the whole semester. So I look forward to a great semester, and again, reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.